Have us please take a deep breath and be here. Then just relax and see. As we have studied about the meditative concentration, so there are many different methods to calm the mind or to abide the calm mind. So first just reflect of all the impermanence of phenomena. Everything is ever changing. Nothing stops, just changing. The changing takes place according to the cause that what we have created. So first just meditate on this, contemplate. Day and night, every second is changing. So, because of that, the meaning in permanence means not real. It's illusory nature. First, reflect on this. Sometimes you are successful, sometimes you are not successful. Sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are not happy. Just reflect on this. So there is no anything that we can rely on. Then within in the samsara, in the three worlds, everyone is in the state of different types of suffering. And we all keep busy how to free from the suffering. Just contemplate on this. Yeah. Sometimes we make or create more suffering without knowing the cause that we are creating. So because of the suffering, then next comes the cause, karma. The causality is a unique it's the reaction of the karma that we create manifests distinctively according to the cause that we have created. So we cannot ignore, or we cannot say, I don't believe this. It just manifests the result as whatever cause is created. So look at this. Without the clear wisdom, we don't know the cause. We create cause not knowing deeply inside, but in the surface we create, and then because of that, sometimes that cause we have created, that becomes a cause of suffering. Now just contemplate on this. Just remind ourselves. So the ignorance, as yesterday we went through the 12 interdependent link, is misunderstanding, misperception. So because that, we take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, to know these things clearly. So through this ignorance and associated with all the different types of mental afflictions or afflicting emotions, we constructed the samsara. Just keep constructing, keep building. So now here, when we study JOL Ornament of Liberation, you see how to dismantle that construction. Dismantle the huge mountain of the samsara. So we appreciate, rejoice getting this opportunity to study and practice the JOL Ornament of Liberation step by step. So while you are relaxing, breathe in, out through nostril. Take the breath as the object. And we do a short meditation on this. Just calm the mind, relax, be here. Okay, thank you. Now shall we say some opening prayers? All Mother Sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and swiftly will I establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. All Mother Sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly will I establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. All Mother Sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and omniscience, may they experience happiness, be separate from suffering, and swiftly will I establish in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious Buddhahood. Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. Page 4. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma, and likewise the assemblies of Bodhisattvas, as the previous Buddhas cultivated enlightened mind and progress on the Bodhisattva's path. I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma, and likewise the assemblies of Bodhisattvas, as the previous Buddhas cultivated the enlightened mind and progress on Bodhisattva's path. I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to Buddha and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma, and likewise the assemblies of Bodhisattvas, as the previous Buddhas cultivated the enlightened mind and progress towards path. I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to Bodhisattva and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path. May all Mother Sentient beings, boundless the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that's free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all Mother Sentient beings, boundless the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May never be separated from the happiness that's free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all Mother Sentient beings, boundless the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that's free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Page 11. Unequal refuge, ornament of the wall. Your fame pervades the 3,000 walls. You are the victor of Vajradhara without a doubt. I vow at the feet of Father Jigten Sungwen. Continually I think of no one but you, compassionate one, grant your blessings. Dispel the darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me as I realize the lovely vanity nature of the mind. Page 22, I guess. I pray to the glorious Lama, master of the Buddhist bodies, crown jewel of entire Drikung Kagyu, a leader of sentient beings, teacher of the ultimate path, Lord of compassion, origin of the Buddha, of peerless kindness, incomparable teacher, Vajradhara. Heed my prayer, great Drikungpa. I pray to you, look upon me with compassion, empower me with the blessings, the true attainments, bestow them now. Spontaneously establish the true benefits. Here bestow the fruit. Thank you. Good morning, everybody. We are studying the JOL Ornament of Liberation, or a book, or should say, which contains the complete Buddha's teaching according to the Sutra system, and that since we are interested in the Dharma study practice, and so I personally see those who are dedicated, they really want to study, practice Dharma. For those people, this kind of book is indispensable to understand, to study, understand, and then follow the path. And this book is, as I mentioned before, is written by enlightened one, not just enlightened in that lifetime, but he was enlightened from many aeons. So repeatedly manifest in the human form to benefit sentient beings. No? At the time of Buddha, Shakyamuni, historical Buddha, in Rajgir, Gampopa was reborn as the name of the Chandrakurma Prabhava. No? In Tibetan it's called Dayushuno, no? Bodhisattva Dayushuno. So that time, because of his request, Buddha taught the teachings called Samadhi Raja Sutra, the king of the meditative concentration. No? That time, Buddha asked to all the thousands of the disciples that time gathered, so who will promote this teaching in the future for the benefit of all sentient beings? No one except Gampopa. He said he will. No. So in connection with that, Buddha then prophesied or foretold the coming of Gampopa. No. So Gampopa came in the right time, in the right place, a time when Milarepa was enlightened, who combined all the teachings of the Milarepa. So he attended Milarepa, received the complete teachings, as well the teachings of the Adishan. So these two combined together, so that his lineage was called Drikung Kagyu. And from there, thousands of the disciples came about. Because of the emphasis on the study as well as practice. Combine those two together. So because of that encouragement, because of that suggestions, so many are attaining enlightenment. There are so many who see the nature of the samsara, overwhelming the suffering of the sentient beings. So to those, these teachings are perfectly connects their mind to free from this kind of such a state of this, to free from that such kind of state of suffering, So as mentioned this, this is a book that we study, practice, is where how to dismantle the palace of the samsara and build the mansion of the enlightenment. So this is step by step. Just 21 chapter. Each steps are necessary. So as I mentioned repeatedly, first we just study them. Then we practice as much as we can. But not overwhelm. So I cannot practice all this now. No, this, just reflect on this. To achieve enlightenment, Buddhahood, this is where it's supposed to be. Get the idea and then follow. Because just to create, to build one house, how many things are required? All those things which are required are necessary. We don't say, I don't like this, no need that. No, I don't like this, no need that. I like this. So with that, we cannot build a house. Whatever we like or don't like, when it's necessary, we have to bring together, combined. So, fire is very dangerous. I don't like fire, but I want to cook a dish. So that's not so good idea, isn't it? Carefully you use the fire. So like that things. So all those things, what is necessary. So here, putting together all those necessary. As interdependent, yesterday we went, the 12 interdependent link of the samsara and the nirvana. How things are so important to create one thing. So here, enlightenment. So this is how to, as mentioned, dismantle the mansion of the samsara and build the palace of the enlightenment. It's for our interest. As usually I say, this is something we negotiate. There's nothing to negotiate. So, I give the email address, When you have to email some individual, you have to have the complete, whatever the letter is there, the syllables, numbers. You can't say, no, I don't like some part of this. Then you email, it won't go, So, all the causes and conditions are necessary. That's universal. It's not a Buddhist belief. No, it's reality. So we just try to comprehend the reality nature of the phenomena. And then enjoy yourself. Dharma is a source of hope, source of wisdom, source of joy. because it teaches, as mentioned, how to dismantle all the samsaric state, which is a state of suffering. So that is why it's because when we practice Dharma, always we should feel joy, fortunate. Yeah. I'm not saying that, that I want you to practice Dharma. I'm saying this because what is reality? What is about? No. Sometimes we misunderstand Dharma. And we don't know how to practice Dharma. We don't know how to appreciate Dharma. No. But Dharma is a wisdom, peace. No. So now, since we are studying, practicing this JOL ornament of liberation, there are 21 chapters. So we come up to the 17th chapter, the perfection of wisdom awareness. So wisdom, that is the, as I mentioned, wisdom is not just some kind of a collection of the informations. Here, wisdom means that which cuts the direct cause of the suffering. The special incisive wisdom. So to do this, you see, to have such kind of, wisdom in your mind, see this like moral conduct, meditative concentrations, or equipoise. We need all the support. As mentioned here, as yesterday we went through the faults of the lack of the wisdom awareness and the benefit of the wisdom awareness. And then to give rise to wisdom awareness, we need both accumulations, the accumulation of merit, accumulation of wisdom. It's mentioned here yesterday. So, for example, it said, if with a small fuel, the fire cannot burn so much. If we have a collection of large fuel, like dry woods, and then if you create the fire will burn big and will last long. Likewise, more we have accumulations of merit, practice of generosity, moral conducts, patience, perseverance, meditative concentrations. That makes the mind strong, clear, have a full capacity, so that the fire of the wisdom can burn. And the fire burn by burning all the obscurations. So that's called the two accumulations. How important. Both are required. So we finish up to that. Now here, page 235, number 2, definition. So if you ask, what's the definition of the wisdom awareness? So the definition of wisdom awareness is the perfect and full discrimination of phenomena. Means this is what this means is, so the first is the collection of the Abhidharma says, what is wisdom awareness? It is perfect and full discrimination of phenomena. So, wisdom awareness means which now kind of fully, so we should say fully discriminate the direct nature of the phenomena. Make sense? That one. Fully discriminate means going through the direct nature of the phenomena. That's what it means. On going through the phenomena by the full discrimination. It's not just touching the surface, but it's penetrating. The wisdom which sees the phenomena directly as it is. That's what's called here wisdom awareness. That's the definition. So there's to give rise this kind of wisdom. So you see how much we need a strength of the mind. Need a very powerful mind to go through to see it. So karma abiding, the meditative equipoise, without which not possible. Yes, that is indispensable. So look at this here. Just look at your mind. When your mind is scattered, go out there, every direction, you cannot make the decision. You cannot see this right or wrong. See, space is taken by your emotions. But when your mind is calm, peaceful, well organized, so where your mind is, where the body is, the mind is there. Where the mind is relaxed, then there's a strength to penetrate. So that's what is the power of the mind. The mind has such great power because it's the creator of the samsara. It's the creator of the enlightenment. We don't realize it. It's not Buddhist belief, it's reality. So now look at the class number 3, classification. The commentary on the Ornament of Minor Sutra lists 3 types of wisdom. Now, first I read this, The wisdom awareness of the mundane, wisdom awareness of the lesser, supra-mundane, wisdom awareness of the greater, supra-mundane. There are many different types of classification or division. Some the wisdom of listening, studying, 1. Contemplative wisdom, meditative wisdom, or wisdom of meditation. That kind of 3 different types of. Or wisdom of knowing the conventional state, wisdom of the knowing the ultimate state, wisdom of knowing of the non-duality of that. So there are different types of division. The different scholar will make the different division or classification of the wisdom. So here we have this according to the ornament of the Minor Sutra, or Minor Sutra Alankara, according to that, by Maitreya system. Now, characteristic of each classification. If we explain detail here, wisdom awareness of the mundane first. Mundane, the study of medicine, healing, so on. Or your study of all different types of medicine. The Oriental medicine, healing medicine, which heals your sickness. Physical sickness, mental sickness, The study of reasoning is called the valid cognition. It's just like the modern science. Empirically, you reason. No, all the logicians. No, everything has a reason. So understand the reason of each of this. That's that there comes a lot of debate. You are debating because of the reasoning. No? So why this is, what about this, like so forth. No? The study of linguistic, all different types of languages, the human being languages, the language of the animals, the language of the animate, inanimate, all. Every sound there's a meaning. So great masters who have this kind of ability, they can communicate. All the sound they make, they understand what's the meaning. If the bird is singing, they understand what is going on. When there's one time there's a story here. Mare, the mother horse, and she has a small, what's it called, pony, small baby. So the man with the saddle, and then he ran the horse. So then the mother horse ran so fast. And the pony said, "Please wait, I cannot catch you." The mother said, "Underneath the saddle has a needle. It pierces my back, so I have no choice not to run." So the next day was a great meditator. He was meditating and heard of that. And he stopped the horse. "Can you please stop the horse?" And took out the needle. No. So like this, there's always some meaning they can communicate. Like Milarepa was communicating with a deer and a dog. Lord Jigten Sungkun, he has communicated, he gave the instruction, meditation to the vulture and the horse. But those highly accomplished in the meditation, purify all obscurations in the mind. Everything so precise, they can communicate. This was called study of the linguistic. Now there are a lot of people are very, because of the becoming the world is so small, many people study different languages, isn't it? No, the English, Spanish, French, German, Chinese, Hindi, Russian. So a lot of those big languages. It's also a type of understanding the different languages. No? And the study of art. This art is not just art drawing. This is like engineering. All the constructions. I think it's better we say engineer, instead of just art. The translation in Tibetan is called Sorikpa. Zo means all the constructions, creating, making things. So it's like included, of course, painting, making sculptures, construction of the road, aeroplane, car, buildings, weapons, even cooking. Cooking is art, like those things. So these are four, you see, the wisdom awareness which arises in the dependence on these four is called wisdom awareness of the mundane. So your understanding of. So see, these are all over the world is appreciated. We all in the world are involved with this knowledge. Go to school, like go to medical school to study all the different types of medicine. Occidental medicine, Oriental medicine, homeopathic medicine, so forth, herbal medicines, how to heal, all this now, go to school. We go to science, but mathematics and science. We go to, then art. So all the schools, colleges are designed depend on these four knowledges. Study, understand. See? So Buddhism is that kind of appreciated that time, So these all outside meditation, as the outside knowledge to know. We go to school to learn these things to make your life a little easier, better, educated. And next, the two types of super-mundane wisdom awareness are called inner awareness, which arise in dependence on the holy Dharma. That means inner means looking inside the mind. And study about that. Study about the mind. You study, you understand what is about mind. How the mind can create suffering. How the mind can use for peace and happiness. All the study of the mind is the Dharma. It's called holy Dharma here. Because of Dharma is holy, by purifying our negative emotions, we can become holy. We can become pure person. Release the painful mind. The confused mind. So, the inner awareness, or inner meaning, sometimes called. The inner metaphysics, which is so vast now. So now so wisdom awareness of the lesser supermundane. What that mean now? What's lesser means? Is now here say the first, the lesser supermundane, beyond mundane, isn't it? Mundane means state of samsara. It's called mundane. This is another name for samsara. Supermundane means beyond samsara, for enlightenment. So, as a supermundane wisdom awareness is a wisdom awareness that arises from the hearing, reflection, and meditation of the hearers and the solitary realizers, the Sharavakas and the Bhattic Buddhas. See? That what we study, the Dharma, like say the three training, the moral conduct, shila, meditative equipoise, samadhi, prajna, the wisdom awareness. On these three we study, then we practice, meditate. It is called lesser supramundane because it's just involved for one's own interest. There's no any thinking of others' benefit, but your own benefit. How I can be free from suffering. How I can achieve nirvana. That's just a lesson. It's the realization that the afflicted, aggregates, or it is called defiled aggregates. Defiled or afflicted aggregates. As mentioned, there's 5 psychophysic aggregates: the form and feeling, perception, mental formation, and consciousness. So related to this, aggregates, skandha of personality are impure. Their nature is, our body's nature is impure. If you go on, it's a little kind of disgusting, Isn't it? We don't like to talk about that. Just put aside. Just put behind, So let's not talk about that. Let's consider something else. For the Dhamma practitioner, these are very practical things to reflect on, to reduce our confusion, to reduce our suffering. See, that's the purpose. See, reflect on them, investigate. Then, and then it helps to reduce our attachment. It helps to reduce our anger, resentment. We try to go a little bit beyond the fabrication. Try to touch unfabricated state, uncontrived state. Yes, other day we went through that, like ugliness of the body, same thing, like impure, of the nature of suffering. We suffer because of these 5 psychophysic aggregates. It's the foundation of our suffering. And then it's impermanent. So impermanent. Very easy to get sick. A small headache makes us powerless, cannot study, cannot meditate. Look at this. So, study more about the nature of the impure, nature of the suffering, nature of the impermanence, and without self, means self, which will come down, some unique, independent self. It's not there. It's not that we don't believe self. It's not there. When you investigate, when you don't find, then believing something self is stupid, isn't it? Isn't it? So I believe we have self, which is not there, So realize this thing. So this way we can disentangle disentangle the dimension where we suffer so much. No? That's why I mentioned this, our study of this book, JOL Ornament Liberation, is how to dismantle the prison of the suffering and reconstruct the palace of the peace and happiness. So these Sharavakas, Pratik Buddha, they are so kind of dedicated their life on this and meditate so powerfully day and night, and they achieve arhat so fast because they see this direct reality nature. No. So this is not, so they are not interested to look for all other sentient beings' benefit. Therefore, themselves is desperate. They no longer desire to stay in the samsara. No. So this is called the wisdom, awareness of the lesser supramundane. Now, wisdom, awareness of the greater supramundane. Second, the greater supramundane means which wisdom awareness is the wisdom awareness that arises from the hearing, reflection, and meditation of the followers of the Mahayana, the great vehicle, who practices the bodhicitta, no? The mind of the enlightenment. Now, as we have studied this so much before, we all desire for peace and happiness. We all desire to free from suffering. In that, there's no disagreement. Everyone is now one with that, one with this. So on the basis of this reason, cultivating the mind. So I wish, first we start that. I wish everyone have peace and happiness. I wish everyone be free from suffering. First start that mind. Then, now, how to achieve that? How to achieve that goal? So when you attain Buddhahood, enlightenment, so then I cultivate that mind. Cultivate means expand the mind. Right now our mind is so narrow, trapped in such like a cocoon, you know. So that break that cocoon boundary, expand mind to all direction. So I will attain enlightenment, Buddhahood. Because that place is the absolute state, free from all suffering, and all the peace and happiness is there. So that's the place that I want to achieve, I want to go, want to reach. So that's the Mahayana. That, of course, is based on also this earlier mentioned samsara state of nature, of impure nature. No, it's nature of suffering. It's everything's impermanent. It's no self. But on the basis of that, expand your mind to all sentient beings' welfare. That's Mahayana. It is the realization that all phenomena are, by nature, emptiness. So as mentioned, emptiness is not just making empty. It's not that we negate things, but to try to realize how everything functions within the emptiness. This is called nature, you see. All the phenomena are by nature, means by within the unfabricated state, within the uncontrived state, how that is in emptiness. So emptiness is the basis of all, say, manifestation. Like the space, the whole space is the foundation for all the galaxies, planets, stars. Without space, this cannot exist, function. They dissolve into the space, and from space it manifests. Likewise, this everything manifests within emptiness and dissolve into emptiness. So there's no separation. As yesterday we went through the 12 interdependent links. Look at this, Let's just meditate. So this emptiness means full wisdom. A complete wisdom. Wisdom knows everything now. So, unborn means that reality, nature, is uncreated, unproduced. So, without a foundation, there's no independent entity. See? And without roots. The 700 stanza profession of wisdom says, the realization that all phenomena are unborn, that's the profession of wisdom awareness. Means the realization, you see, that's very important. Not just intellectual. You investigate, study, investigate, then you prove there's nothing exists. Intellectually, we prove nothing exists. Practically, everything exists. Self-cherishing, ignorance, delusions, everything, That doesn't do any good, So intellectually and experientially, we have to have this one, both. Then, practically, we have all the benefit. Peace, joy. Undefiled peace, unafflicted joy. So that's why the realization that the phenomena are unborn. So this is the perfection of wisdom awareness. And the condensed perfection of wisdom sutra says, fully realizing that phenomena are without any inherent existence is the practice of the supreme profession of wisdom awareness. The wisdom awareness which captures the full meaning of the emptiness. That's called the profession of the wisdom. As I mentioned, the wisdom is not just collection of a lot of informations, news. Here wisdom is the sharpness of the mind. That sharpness of the mind, which has all the capacity to capture the meaning of the emptiness. Then all the delusions are exhausted. There's no place to exist those things. Also the lamp for the path to enlightenment, Atisha says, that which is called wisdom awareness has been thoroughly explained as coming from the realization of the emptiness of inherent existence. So thoroughly, perfectly explained and experienced through this, which is the realization. Which is the realization that aggregates constituent elements and sources are without birth, is unborn, uncreated, unproduced. This means wisdom now. That's what's called wisdom awareness. That's the correct view. The ultimate view. You experience the view. So this is not something you believe, but this is something you can experience. So that's the first, some brief statement of the wisdom awareness of the graders, or first of the three different types of wisdom awareness I explained. The wisdom awareness of the mundane, and lesser super mundane, and greater super mundane.